I'm Exo-Johnny, and I am going to be upgrading the Exo-gene storyline to fit into other media. You just need to combine the Exo-gene storyline with the Batman Eternal storyline with the Justice League The Outbreak storyline with the Strike Force Cobra storyline. It would start out with Lex Luthor putting a bounty for a lot of money on the Teen Titans and the Justice League. Then the Justice League would be fighting against a bunch of supervillains like in Justice League The Outbreak. And the Justice League would also be fighting against mercenaries. And Batman would be busy fighting Batman villains who are mercenaries in Gotham. And one of the mercenaries he would fight is the KGBs. He fought Wizard in the Outlaws and he chased Batman and Two-Face through the country. And he fought Robin one time and he has a blaster for a hand. And you need Black Spider. He's athletic and he has an athletic fighting style. And the Teen Titans would be fighting Deathstroke. Then it would turn out that this was to keep the Justice League and Teen Titans busy so Lex Luthor could work on a superpower serum, which he made with samples of kryptonite and DNA samples from the Justice League which he got from their fights. And he would use the superpower serum to create a team of supervillains, like how Strike Force Cobra did. If you want to put it in a live action movie, the members of the supervillain team would need to be live wired because their personality would work great on the big screen. And you would also need Mist because she would go great with live wire. And Giganta because she is seriously underrated and she's one of the most iconic Wonder Woman villains. Parasite because he is seriously underrated and he's one of the most iconic Superman villains. And Kara Frost because it would be awesome to see her powers on the big screen. And if you want to put them in the Arrowverse, you would need the Kryptonite Man because it would be awesome to see him in live action and he's the one who killed Superdog. Atomic Skull, and I would combine the version from Justice League Unlimited with the Teen Titans vs Justice League version, with the original version with the New 52 version, with the version that has a robotic arm, with the version that has purple fire, with the DC Rebirth version, with the version that fought Green Lantern. And you would need to use the same special effects they did with the girls from Legends of Tomorrow. And you would also need Volcana because it would be nice for Supergirl to have her own villain. She already fought her before, and because she fought Superman so little, she can officially become a member of Supergirl's Rogues Gallery. And you would need to use the same special effects they did with Blaze and Copperhead, and I would go with the Suicide Squad How to Pay version, because then he would be half man, half snake, and spit acid. And you would need to use the same special effects they did with Ragdoll. And because they're in the Arrowverse, they can use it to introduce the Rogues into the Arrowverse. It would start out showing their origins. You would make it that the Trickster's family, which are peace artists called the Flying Jessies, and I would leave out the part where they stole it from the Flying Graysons. And make it the reason why he doesn't want to be a trapeze artist is because he's scared of heights. And just make it that he read Jesse James and technology books is how he made airwalking shoes. Keep the same trick with his parents from his DC Rebirth origin, and you can make it that the reason why we didn't see him for so long is because he was locked up in Iron Heights, back when Royden Wolf was in charge and he treated him horribly. And do a reference of him joining the FBI, so that would explain how he knows things about the FBI. And do a cameo of him tricking the demon Neuron. Have him say, "I tricked the devil, I can trick you." And just make it look like he meant Royden Wolf. And after seeing him treat his son so horribly, it got him to realize how bad he's been to his family. And it got him to want to be a family again. You can use it to introduce the second Mirror Master, and you can also use it to introduce the second Captain Boomerang, who is the son of the first Captain Boomerang. You can make it that he joined Lex Luthor's supervillain team to get revenge on the Flash for what he did to his Baba. It would have to be a Lex Luthor from another dimension because it would help them set up for Crisis on Infinite Earths. And if you're going to adapt them into Young Justice, you're going to need Major Disaster because he really fits the style and tone. The Prankster, and I would make the New 52 Prankster the son of the original Prankster. Tarpet, and because they use Tar to activate people's messaging in Young Justice, You can just make it that there was an explosion and it turned him into tar pit. You can also make it that he can activate people's Meta-gene, and that his tar burns like acid. And it would be nice if he develops a friendship with the prankster. And you would need Cold Snap and Heat Shock because they really match the style and tone. Lex Luthor would use them to break out the Mazo and use him to try to take over the world. And you can just make it at the end the thing he uses to turn on and off their powers gets busted and their powers are left on. Then the Justice League would defeat him. It would be a great way to introduce villains into other form of media. And you can use it for villains who are good but their origin stories are terrible. And you need Kevin Conroy voicing over Batman if you want to put it in a cartoon movie. And Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor.
That's all, folks.